Yeah, day 25th of April. And yesterday went up to the farm and take that load up there, put it away, and then do the startups on the tractors. That was all just fine. It's too early to mow, but I do need to get out the 1250 John Deere and sprayer that I got up there and spray around the barns. And there's some other fairly large areas I spray, keep the grass down instead of mowing. And while I was there, I forgot I had this real nice piece of plate steel. This was one of the off falls from that weight box I made. Look way back, about 3 years now. You'll see a video on it. Turned out real nice. Weighed 2,200 pounds when it was filled with concrete. And that sold at that big auction I had. That's why I have the store-bought one now. But anyway, it's right size for a pretty good sized tabletop. And I got another chunk over there if I wanted to weld the two together and make a bigger table. I had these pipe clamps, the 4 there with the blue tops, and brought them down. And then those 2 there with the orange tops, those are the good ones. Those are 3/4. The blue ones are 1/2 inch. The 3/4 ones, you thread the pipe into the base of the operating mechanism. Let me put my finger on it. The pipe threads in here. These blue ones, the current ones, they've got the little locking caps, either or. These here, I've probably had those things 30 years plus. And at one point I had about 10. And then over the decades, I'd bring some for the factory to use, and they get probably stolen. It's kind of hard to lose the damn thing. So now I'm down to 2, and infrequent use item, but when you need it, you need it. If you ever use one, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Handy as heck. And you can get a pipe as long as you want. And so if you needed a span, 8 foot, and get you a pipe about 9 foot long. And they got some good clamp force on them, so it's a pretty good deal. And I also had a bunch more vice grips up there, 4 more pair brought down here. I use the straight jaw for clamping when I'm welding. Then you got the Sure Enough welding vice grips with the long jaws. And I got a couple of little small C-clamps. So then I got some little cheap bar clamps too. So eventually when I get into a lot more welding, all this stuff's going to come in real dang handy. I also got 4 more real good pipe jacks up there, the big ones like these 4 here. And they probably need to come down here too. But I was getting kind of wore out yesterday. So we got the load and calls are done, and I didn't even bring it to the building until this morning. And I was talking to my wife. I think I'm done with the building. If y'all see something that you think I might need to add and have use for, let me know, but I think it's well organized, laid out correctly now, and I can't see anything else to do other than strictly cosmetic. Paint this beam with red oxide primer like over here. All this silver paint, and I had a man come in. He was cheap. This is just silver pipeline paint. It's a 99% solvent, just a little bit of silver powder. When you have a burnout, it kills the smoke smell. So he did a real light coat just to kill the smoke smell. That's why there's so much silver paint everywhere. But again, going back to red oxide primer, that's strictly cosmetic. There's no more major remodel work. The floor area that I need to have level is level. I still got a hump here in the center, but again, like I said, I'm not going to the expense to float even. This would be approximately 2/3 of the building. From the right side of that door where the fire extinguisher is back to the back wall is about 2/3. That would put it at 900-ish square feet. And that'd be $7,000 worth of product to float. Is not going to happen. I don't need it. I ain't going to just piss the money away. Found this little thing on Amazon. It came in a pair. It was cheap. Old man grabber. I've got a repaired lower spine. I broke my back in a motorcycle wreck and bent over at the waist, or constantly bending over at the waist. It just wrecks my back. It causes excruciating pain after just a little bit. It don't take much. So I try to do all my workload where I'm not constantly bent over or having to bend over and stand up all day long, because I'm good for about 30 minutes, maybe an hour on a good day. That's all she wrote. I can't do no more. Then I'm down the next day with a sore back. So back to working smarter instead of harder. I do all I can to take it easy on my body. I am in, turn the camera around, bib overalls. Wore them yesterday, and towards the end of the day, chest started getting a little tenderish. So, well, I'll try them again today. After an hour, my chest is pretty tender. Well, I popped 2 Tylenol real quick, so it's still a little bit early for me to be in bib overalls from the open heart surgery. Maybe a couple more months. And I missed my pockets. Bib overalls got pockets everywhere. And of course, I've been wearing bib overalls for damn near 30 years before I had the open heart surgery, and I really missed my pockets. So if that's the worst thing going on in my life's pretty damn good. Anyway, that's about all for this one. Thank you.